Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Amy. Today we have a patron journal setup. This journal is for my patron Lynn, and she has selected this very cute Archer and Olive notebook. It is an 8x8. It's called Wild Periwinkle. I don't know if it's still in stock or not, but they have a lot of great 8x8 notebooks. So if you're looking for that, Archer and Olive has a really good amount of them. And as always, these pages are 160 GSM, as well as having dot grid. There are 2 little bookmarks in here, and then at the very back there is a pocket. So that is the notebook. As far as themes go, Lynn requested a summer beach scenery kind of vibe, both with a window in it and it being Dutch doors. So I went through my sticker books and found some Live Love Posh sticker books. These are the 2, Summer Elements, which is from last year, I think, and Summer Edit, which came out this year. And then I grabbed Mojo Jojo Plans for some black boxes. I thought these pages of blue would be gorgeous with some beach scenes and, you know, all the beachy vibes. I grabbed some matching blue tapes. These ones are from my own shop. This one I got from like an art journaling site. I'm not sure which one, maybe Journal Say, but there are a lot of art journaling sites out there. And then this one I also got from Journal Say. It's my favorite script tape. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just go for it. We're gonna create that window first to make sure we have some space for it, and then create our Dutch doors for her. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Make sure our notebook is in view. And then I never start on this first page because of the way the binding is with this blank page and the dot grid. So all the Dutch door spreads I do, I start here. And then it can be like a 1-page spread over on this side. Okay, so we're gonna be here. And let's go ahead and pick a sticker for the back of our window. So all the sticker book I've already used pretty well, but it has all these little stickers that are like not the scenery for the beach, but all the add-ons, like your little bike, your outfit that you might wear to the beach, all the little things you might collect on the beach. So we'll add those as like decor, but we're gonna use some of this stuff for our scenery and all of that. Okay. So what scene do we want in the window? I think we should put this one and this one in the 2 parts of the window. So if we're gonna do that, this is my light blue grid washi tape from my shop. We're gonna create just a window and make it like literally make a window and cut through it. Give it the mitered corners with the diagonal slash in it to make it look more like wood, even though it's blue, and go from there. Let's see. Okay, so we want it to be over to this side because we want to make sure we have space to make some Dutch doors. So again, how tall is this? Just trying to figure out where to put these things, because what we don't want is to see too much white space once the window is created. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do it like that. I'm looking at how wide it is and do it right here. We're gonna get our scenes down first, our beach scenes, into the window before we create those Dutch doors. All right, so for these corners, you just wanna make diagonal slashes in the washi tape. When using a cutting tool, if you're cutting just through the washi, it is lighter pressure than if you were trying to cut through the page. So whatever cutting tool you're using, practice various pressure types so that you can do that correctly. And once it's cut through, you can just peel these up and you have these beautiful little corners there. putting all the washi tape to the side. All right, now for the inside of this, we have to cut it out now that we know exactly how big this is. So in order to do that, we are going to need a cutting board and a tool. This one is not as good at doing straight lines, so either with a blade that rotates, you can go very slowly. You can use a ruler, or you can use something else that doesn't rotate. I'm going to use this one and just, no, let's use the actual X-Acto knife, or Fiskars, because it is a lot sharper. So as always, it's easier to pull towards you to make cuts, which is why I'm doing these two first, and then turning that notebook sideways. And then pulling towards me again. And there we go. Look at that. All right, we are going to go ahead and get the tape onto the back side as well, and then put our images down. We're going to do the same thing on this side where we lay down the tape, cut the corners, all of that. Okay. And again, lighter pressure on these tapes. This is a fun scene to do today because it has been bright and sunny and warm, like warm enough to wear shorts and stuff like that. And so just feeling very summery already, even though it feels like spring just started. All right, if those little corners are coming up like this one is, you can go ahead and grab some double-sided tape to get it down. Sometimes with washi tapes, when you have like little cut corners that are very, very skinny, there's not enough adhesive to keep them down. So you may need to just secure a few things if you're cutting these sharp little corners like that. Okay, so we are going to grab some stickers now. And what we're going to do is make sure this lines up past the window so we don't see the straight line in the window. Look at that. That's so perfect. Okay, we're going to grab the other one, which is here, to put on the other side and do the same thing. Okay, so it's that one, yeah. So we'll line it up with those dots-ish and take a look. Yeah, that's good. Perfect, look at that. So we are gonna figure out how to pull these together. I might use some tape as like a little border on this side in a minute, but we're gonna get the rest of the Dutch doors going so that we can then see how this all goes. Okay, so as far as Dutch doors go, looking at things that would be fairly easy, I wanna create like one that's pretty close to this window so we have some room to grow. Some room to go out from there. So I'm gonna grab some blue things. We're just going beachy and blue in this spread. Lynn did not give any colors specifically that she wanted to see. She gave the beach scenes description. So we are just gonna go with this. And I think, do we want to put anything? No, I don't want to do any other tapes on this page because we already have tape here. So we're just gonna do like a collage of items going down the page, and remembering that I have 2 pages and I want to choose items that are fairly symmetrical. They won't be perfectly symmetrical, but you know, getting things that are decently symmetrical would be good. Earrings for a different shade of blue. Another little clamshell or clamshell tray, whatever it is. Okay, and then this one we actually can use in 2 places. Oh, by the way, as always, if there's anything that I've used and I mention in the video, if I have an affiliate link or a discount code for you, it'll be listed in the description. So take a look down there for any of these things that I've mentioned. All right, so we have this little thing, and the beach is farther in than this is, so that's great. And now we can go ahead and cut it. I love an 8x8 notebook because it allows for us to play with this without taking away too much space from like the functional things that you need to do. Whether you're using this for a planner, a to-do list, a journal like I do, just having a little extra space for your functions so you can still play with your creativity is awesome. So I've been using an 8x8 for my bullet journal, and that's been really good. All right, we have a few pieces of fluff, as I call it, where a little bit stayed on or ripped. So I'm just clearing that up to make it a little cleaner looking. And let's go ahead and get the back side here. Okay, so here is the little hydrangeas, and they're not perfectly symmetrical, but they're close enough that it doesn't look weird on the back side. So that's really what we're going for. And these stars, also not perfectly symmetrical, but we can get pretty close, especially if you rotate until you find the one that works the best. This one works pretty well. And so we're just going through. I love that Live Love Posh has these 2 pages of the stickers. So it's like 2 of the same thing, which makes it really easy to know that I have the correct stickers. Now these don't quite fit the same way, so that I'm not going over the other sticker. We're going to do sticker surgery and just cut those apart so I can place them in a different angle. But I love that Live Love Posh does 2 stickers for each, or 2 pages for each of these, so that I can just grab the matching one and know that I have a set. All right. And then lastly, we need this white star. All right, so now we have like all these things that you would have collected on the beach on this page. Let's go ahead and the next page use some of these florals and things and make it work. Maybe the birds, all of that. So thinking about how we're gonna do this, we're gonna lay down these stickers first because these are clear stickers, and then use this washi tape as like the place to bridge the gap if there's any space things going on. So we're going to use these, which are blue and greens, which are really cute. So we're looking at what is semi semi-symmetrical, or might work out decently. Like this, while it has all these different bumps and they're not symmetrical, it at least follows the same shape. There's a central one and one to the left and one to the right. So that might work okay. So we're going to go ahead and put that down. We have kind of clamshell things here, so let's put it up here just so that there's a spacing, you know, they're spaced apart. Okay, these flowers also I think will do decently, and I'm going to turn them this way and we'll see what we can do. The others will be upside down on the other page, but that's okay. And we're going to put it here. We have to remember that this has a lot going on already, so we don't need like a ton over here. Let's see. Just making sure I have those, but I already used that one, so we're not going to use that. This one is really pretty, but we already put this flower on. The bird actually would do okay if I can pick it up. Okay, so we're gonna put it there. That's gonna look great. And then I think we could get one more thing that kind of goes over both of these again, or something like that. So let's go ahead and choose. The coral is really cute, but it cuts off right here. So I don't know that I want to use a whole sticker to just do a little bit of thing right there. Okay, we're going to put down this tape now and try to line it up where it needs to, which is right about here. And we're going to make sure it's going straight down the page. Okay, so we are going to lightly trim around where the stickers are. Now, if you're using paper stickers, you don't need to do this. You could put the washi tape down first and put the paper stickers over it. This is simply to avoid having the blue show through the stickers right here, which do not have a white ink base. If you have a white ink base on your sticker, which is typically in like the PET tapes, then you don't have to worry about that either. Okay. Getting all the washi scraps away. This looks so cool. I love a blue theme. I love the beach. Okay. So now we need to cut this one. We're just gonna quickly cut this and this on the top and bottom, and then get to the gyro cut again. Move it out this way. Trying to go straight right here. I could bring the scissors out, but it's harder to get in there. So I'm trying to not use the scissors right in there. All right. Go around our bird. This is not going to be a perfect fit on the back side, but we're going to be able to make do, I think. Again, let's see, I got a few pieces of fluff, so we're gonna clean that up. And then see how the back sides of this page look. All right. So as you can see, we have that little gap there. So what I'm actually gonna do is, let's see, where was it? We have some tiny shells here. Are they gonna fit? I think they might be too big. I'm gonna take this shell and lift it and put it on the other side. There we go. Perfect. Now it looks better. Okay, so we could try that bird, or we could do the matching bird. The only thing is that on the other page, it's the foot sticking out here, so this time it's going to be the head. So we're just going to angle the bird a little bit differently, and it still works pretty well. All right, now the florals, which are here. Okay, so these are going to be upside down from what we did before. Let's see if it'll work. That is okay. It's not perfect. And we're going to trim that little piece right there. But it's pretty close. That back side is always harder with non-symmetrical stickers or non-mirror imaged stickers. But we make do. Okay. So this is Dutch door number 2. And we will add in the other beach scenes from the sticker book throughout the spread as well. I don't know that any of them will be part of the Dutch doors because that's just harder to have as part of the Dutch door, but we will have lots and lots of scenes. Okay. There we go. All right, so that is 2 pages of Dutch doors so far. We definitely need at least one more, and then I want to use these as our like sides. So let's think about that. We have like darker blue, lighter blue. Let's think about maybe some darker blue, but we don't have a ton of stickers left here. So let's just take a look at what we've got. Okay, so see, I don't have the matching stickers for those ones anymore. I do have the matching stickers for the outfits. Okay, let's add in the outfits to add some dark blue into this page, but also put in some of the other things. So we're gonna go like that. That's gonna work well. And then this one, see how some of these are not layered over each other? That means we can do sticker surgery on it and put them in the spread as well. So I'm actually just gonna put the shoes in this because I want to get a couple other things in here. We have some green throughout the spread, so let's just get some more greenery right here, and then we need one thing right there, kind of sticking out this way. Maybe it should be something else green because we've got the blue and blue. And if that's the case, how is this one in terms of, this is lower than that, but maybe we could tilt it and make it work. But it is also maybe too big. Do we have something smaller? Something smaller. The boat? Or let's go ahead and do the coral, right? Because we have 2 of those. And we'll just have it sticking out like that. Yeah, okay. That'll do. And then we won't need any washi tape on this page. Now I have a really fun idea for the front and back page, so we'll get to that. We're going to use 3 different washi tapes for that one, and it's going to look really fun. But we're going to make it in tandem because I do need to be able to use one piece on both pages. So we're going to do something going back and forth to create it, and then you'll see. Okay, I need to move this down just a little bit. Perfect. Okay. Here we go. And again, this is not a perfect fit. It's pretty close. We're going to tilt this one that way. Oh, the other stuff comes from this book. That's right. Right, so this one isn't going to fit quite the same way. So let's just look at it and decide. Or think about if something else is going to fit better. Just try this one. See, and then we'll go back to that other one, I think. Yeah, going back to that other one. All right. Ooh, okay, we're gonna do it right here. And right there, we are gonna add an itty bitty seashell. That'll bridge that gap for us. Okay, that was getting stuck to another page, so I'm going to go ahead and trim these right now. All right. So someone asked the other day, they messaged me and asked what I do with all the pieces I cut off on these Dutch doors. And I told them that I recycle them, because when I started, I was keeping all the extras, and it quickly became like this container that had all the extra pieces in it, and then I never went back to it, and then it was just this huge mess and clutter. And so I don't need that. So I went ahead and just decided to not keep all those things. Look at how good this looks. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so I don't keep those. You could keep them to, if you have big enough cuts, to trim off this and make your own like little things to insert into pockets and stuff like that. So that's an idea for you. The other thing that would be really cool is if you want to try another craft is keep all those and turn them into your own paper. That would be really fun if you want to do some making paper. But I don't do any of that. Okay, we are going to use this one first. I saw this tape. I've had it for a while. I haven't used it. And I thought it looked very beachy and nice. And we are going to start this one right here. So I'm going to trim it like that. We are going to turn this page over. And grab this tape. And do it here. All right, so as I said, we're going to go in parts for what we're doing on this. So we're doing this side, we're going to go to the front and do the one over there, then we're going to go to the next part of it. Okay, because I have a whole idea for how this is going to go. All right, that looks so cool. And then look at this. That looks great. Okay, we're going to do the same thing over here, and we're just going to use that. So many scraps in this spread. All right, so line this up as best we can over on the edge. And you don't need to, but I like to try to get as close to this first Dutch door as possible so you don't see writing past the Dutch door. Totally not necessary if you don't want to do that. I just like the way it looks a lot. So we're going to see how close we can get to that. It's going to be tight with what I have planned. We'll see. Okay, so next up, we are going to bring back out our thin tape and make a little line. So the question is right next to it or a little gap? Little gap. Little gap looks great. Okay, so we're doing that. And we're doing it over here as well. Okay, so then what we're gonna do is use my favorite script tape ever and create a ripped look, which I think is, like, the beach is not perfect, so having a ripped washi tape look will look really nice for a beachy kind of spread. Okay, so what we're gonna do is do this one first. And we're gonna take this tape and lay it all the way down. Once I can lift it up. Okay. If I can. Okay, guys, this tape, my one problem with this tape, if you've been following me for a while, you know, because I've commented before, this tape is so sticky. It is so sticky. It is hard to peel up because it is so sticky. And so you can see I'm trying to pull it up. It's ripping like this. You have to get it going, and then you have to pull slowly. I pulled too fast there. So we need to get something that's the whole length of the page. Okay, almost. All right, then we're gonna lay it down as close to the blue line as possible. And just lay it down like that. Okay. Okay, before we trim this, we're gonna start ripping it just about down the middle. And I am going to give it a wavy line, if I can. Come this way. Okay, that'll do. We're gonna trim that in a minute. I have this whole thing that I don't want to get stuck on itself, so we're gonna try to unravel it and stick it down on this side. So this way, we're using both pieces of torn tape and not wasting it, and using it on both sides. But I love this torn tape look. I think it looks really good. And it's far enough over. Woohoo! All right, so now we just have to put down some boxes for the functional stuff and then lay down any other decor pieces that we want to lay down throughout the spread. All right, that looks so cool, you guys. I love it. Okay, so I have Mojo Jojo Plans black boxes right here. And this one I've used. I have some new ones sitting up there, so if I can't find what I need, I'll grab the new ones. But we are just going to put down like a box on each of the pages and then do some layering with boxes. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab some large boxes for back here, and then we'll go to some smaller boxes on the more forward pages that have less space. And we're going to try to keep some symmetry to how we lay these pages down. So this one is top and bottom. And then, let's see, we have one big one. Do we have another big one? We have a big lined one, so we're going to use that up. This one, let's do one going like this on this page. I love to do different kind of box layouts on each page, so every page is a little different. So this one we're going to have kind of like a whole stair step of boxes going on. So we'll do it like that. And then here we need to go to some smaller boxes. So let's see, we've got some lined boxes. We have plenty of non-lined boxes as well. So on this page, we need boxes at the bottom for spacing. And then here we can put one at the top. We're actually going to go with a smaller box up there to fit. All right, and actually we're going to go with smaller boxes on all these other ones as well. So here we go. We're going to go like that. Don't need that cutting mat anymore. Put it out of the way. We are just going to have these kind of be opposite each other. You know what? We're actually going to do the same for this one. I'm going to have a matching box on this side. Okay, we have boxes on all of them. We're going to start some layering for these. So with this is my favorite set of layering, is doing a little one like this and then having one that is not on top of it. So we are going to use a smaller box there, like this size. And stay open. Go ahead and put it right there. Perfect. Okay. Then with this one, we're going to do that stair step. So we need to grab these boxes again. Again, always layering some of them. So doing them like this and kind of matching the two sides. And then getting some smaller ones. This one will fit well here. And then if there's one that's like medium between the two, yes, this one. This would fit well here. Oh, is it a little? No, it'll work. Okay. It is like almost too big right there, but that's perfect. Okay, there's our stair step. This one, we are just going to do a little trio here and just two right over there. So no, I think we can get one more for each of them, these skinny little ones. And then this one, we'll do the same sort of thing. Now on those smallest boxes, if you're using this as your daily diary kind of thing like I do, then the smallest one is where I put the date. And then I do about 1 page a day for writing. I'm not sure what Lynn is going to use this for, but that's how I would use this. And on these pages that have a little less space, I might end up using 2 pages for a day. All right. That is so cool looking. Let's go ahead and flip through it and take a look. Okay. So we've got our little window that she requested. Oh, we're not done. We're not done. We need to add some things. Okay, these pages are done though. They have enough going on. We need some more beach scenes. Here we go. Look at this. This needs to go right there for Shurzy. And then maybe something right there. But let's see if we have any other beach scenes. Yes, This one needs to go in here, right there. We're gonna do the beach waves. Which one are we gonna do it on? Are we gonna do it here? Actually, this works perfectly like there with that straight line. Okay, so we do need something else right here. Let's go ahead and do the florals. They're a little bit tall, so I'm gonna trim it to where I think it'll work better on this page. Okay. All right, there we go. Just take a look. I think we could put in a couple of things just because this page has so much space. So I'm gonna do the little beach chair and umbrella here. And I feel like we could get one decorative thing like up in this corner. So I'm just thinking about what we should do. It might be the bike, but let's take a look here. Or this beach bag and stuff. I think the beach bag is great. Okay. Then these can get a few little things throughout as well. Let's go ahead and put the sandcastle right there. It looks like it was made for it. Go ahead and use this little spot as our drink holder. We can put a flying seagull right there. Then I think just one more flying seagull just to like match, because we've already got a seagull right there. That kind of adds some more flavor throughout the spread. All right, now we're done. So as a reminder, we used these two sticker books from Live Love Posh. We used black boxes from Mojo Jojo Plans, and then some tapes. I think this is probably from Journal Say. This was from Journal Say. You can also get it on Amazon. This is from my own shop. That's from my own shop. All right, let's go ahead and flip through and see the final spread. We've got our window. We've got our Dutch doors with a summer beach scenery spread. All right. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.